What's up guys? So we're finally back in the coach. I haven't actually posted a training video in a while and I haven't posted a leg day in a long time, so I'm really excited for this session. It's changed a bit since the last time you would have seen me because I'm dieting now and I am 4 kilos down, which is pretty good in 2.5 weeks. So a pretty aggressive rate of loss right now, which is exactly what I need to achieve. The goal is to get in and out basically as quick as possible and just get back to growing. And training hasn't really changed. You know, what you're doing when you're in a growing phase, you do the same things to retain the muscle tissue. So the session will be pretty similar, but there might be some slight alterations in terms of just trying to preserve tissue performance as much as possible, being a little bit more mindful of form and so on. But yeah, it's going to be a really good session. Training's still at kind of peak performance, still getting after it, and yeah, had a full scoop MVP. Going to be a big session. Let's do it. So you're probably looking at this machine thinking, where's the weight? But it's air pressure. I actually don't think I filmed a session on legs doing these yet. So they're called Kaiser. When I was in Vegas for the Natural Olympia, there was a gym that had lots of Kaiser kit and I was amazed by it. It's very, very cool. And the reason why it's so good is you can literally spot yourself. And that's so good because when someone spots you, they don't know exactly when you need it, right? They can't tell exactly when to come in. So you're able to completely fail the muscle and then make it lighter at the right time, which is perfect. So you can fail every part of the rep, before you do that, and then you go into partials, you can do some partials, you can do a drop set. There's so much potential. You have to be a bit careful because you could just bury yourself into a hole where you just do like crazy sets on this and then you'll go into, hack squats later and it'll be pretty challenging. But yeah, honestly, if you've got a gym that has kit like this and you train on your own, I'd really suggest using it. When you first use it, you might find the air pressure feels a little bit weird. It's like with most machines, when you first use them, it can feel a bit off, but you kind of get used to it and it will feel a lot better after, maybe 2 times using it. So I absolutely love it. Like, it's changed things so much for me this off season because I was doing leg extensions with knee pain every single time. Whereas this, I can control it so much more and I can make the alignment perfect on the machine. It's just really, really nice. So yeah, I'm probably going to be doing this for as long as I can really. And you can make it so heavy and you just click a button, which saves time as well.
How many warms are you going to do?
Maybe one more?
One more, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, fuck, man. Oh.
Solid.
Come on. Let's go. Come on. Good. Oh.
Like that.
No. Like that. No, like that.
Oh, okay, yeah, got it,
Do you
got it.
see? Like, you've
Yeah,
got it
yeah.
way more locked in. But push, hold, yeah, like that. Hold, push on it.
Cool.
See? Nice. Feels
Yeah, I
weird.
see what you mean.
Yeah. Again. Come on, one. Yes.
Let's go. Good, come on. Come on, let's go.
Oh, fuck. Oh. So I'm doing hacks now twice. So you've probably seen on my YouTube maybe a few videos ago, I was doing barbell squats, which were fun, but in a diet phase they're not the best because the lack of stability makes it really difficult to retain. And I know I'll just get more from the hack, which is very, very fixed and stable. Also, I'm quite excited to do something a bit at higher frequency. My split is a 10-day split. So essentially all of my movements I do once every 10 days. So it can be quite difficult sometimes to get faster progressions. And doing the hacks twice I think is going to help that a lot. What I'm doing is on one session I'm doing pauses. So 2 count pauses in the hole. The other day I do continuous. You've probably seen AJ do this before. And when he did it, his hacks flew and then he ended up doing 7 plates. So it is a good way of just pushing strength a bit quicker. And essentially what it allows me to do on the pause day as well is just focus on really good high quality work where I'm maximising the stimulus as much as possible in the stretch. And I think through doing work of that quality, it's going to make my continuous hacks move a lot quicker. So yeah, I'm probably going to keep this in, to be honest, out when I end the diet phase as well and see where we can get it to. For my physique as well, when you look at my quads, I have a lot more development up top, but less development around the knee. And in my opinion, hacks are really good for development around the knee. So if I can get really strong at these, I'll see a lot more like lower quad development. My lower back comes off the pad in the whole way.
Come on. Let's go. Yes. Come on. Let's go. Yes, come on. Let's go. Come on. No one. Yes. Oh. Come on. Come on. Oh. Good. Fuck.
Yes! Come on, let's go. Good. Strong, come on. Good, let's go, come on. Yes. You got this, come on. Yes, let's go. Come on now. Strong. Go!
Ah, yes!
Good last one.
4 on your last one.
Yeah. Fine. Close to that, I'll be happy with.
Yeah, yeah. Come on, let's go. Yes, good. Come on, let's go.
Oh, fucking hell. I'm realising like this session is kind of hitting me that progressions aren't going to come easy. You've got to fucking fight for them in the diet phase, especially when you're doing like a very quick diet phase. The time that you're going to be getting weaker for is short, so it's not too much of an issue, but you better fight for it, because if you come out of that diet phase with performance in the bin, you're going to be doing a lot of work to get back to where you were when you're in the growing phase. So just fucking fight for it. If you're not a little bit nervous before your sets, you're doing it wrong in my opinion. You should be caring so much about the numbers that you're doing. You should be fighting for them, you should be going for them. Do not back down from a hard set. Like, just give everything, because it will show when you come out of that diet phase with performance in a good position. You've basically just allowed yourself to set a very strong foundation to grow from. So I know I'm losing like a rep here and there, but I'm not letting it just happen, you know? So yeah, just fight for it and just keep going. As much as it's hard, you've got to just keep going, because, you know, I really, really care about my performance, and I genuinely think that's why I'm where I am today, because I care that much about what I lift in the gym. And if you don't care, you're not going to make it as a bodybuilder ultimately. Oh. Come on. Yes, let's go. Come on. Yes. Boom. Yes, come on. Go.
Just died.
That's what happened to me.
Yeah, fuck's sake.
Just fucking dies. This is the thing when you're dieting, training changes a little bit. When you've got low amounts of food in you, like Charlie just said, it just died. It just died with me. Like, you'll notice suddenly you'll kind of hit failure way quicker. Your ability to push through those 50-50 reps is way lower when food is really low. Because we're chasing quite an aggressive rate of loss. We're both on like 250 carb, he's on 200 carb, and it's difficult. But it's really important to not throw your toys out the pram. Like, I know I just went on a rant about caring loads about what you lift, and that's 100% true, you need to care. But the other side of that is be realistic and understand how it is when you diet. Because otherwise you're just gonna start ego lifting, throwing it around, losing form, and then it's just a knock-on effect and you lose even more performance. So fortunately I dieted for a long time last year, so I'm really used to it now. And yeah, it is part of the process, but you just got to keep your head on. Don't lose your head, because otherwise it'll just get worse. So we're doing the dreaded split squats. Doing it on Smith, main reason is because it's just more stable. A lot of people doing contralateral Bulgarian split squats where they hold one dumbbell on their one arm, and it's all about balance. And that's really good for like being functional, you know. And I think that does have a cross transfer to hacks and things like that. But when you're looking at it from a specific hypertrophy standpoint, like you just want an accurate stimulus, I prefer the Smiths, and I'd much rather do a split squat that is way more accurate for me, given the fact when you look at my physique, last time I competed, the areas I need the most are glutes, hamstrings, like posterior development. So I don't want to waste time doing something to get more out of hack squats and stuff. I want to do a split squat where I can really challenge my glutes as much as possible. And you can tell it works because these hurt so much more than dumbbells in my opinion. Like they're the most brutal exercise. So yeah, just one set is all I need on this and just battered. So, one set, that's all I'm doing, split squats. And I've got this guy right now, always commenting on my Instagram, asking how do I calculate the division of volume across my split across the week or something. And he keeps asking me, and I don't calculate the division of volume across my own split. And I never will. I'll look at the number of sets I do in a session maybe, just think about it within the session, but I'm never ever looking at my split going, like if you ask me right now, how many sets of chest I do per week, I couldn't tell you. I'd have to look at my logbook to figure it out. People get so bogged down in volume, and the truth is, it's not a case that you just do more and more and more. Sometimes doing less and training really fucking hard will be all you need to do. You need to stop caring about volume, train hard to failure and get strong. That's all it is. The more volume you do will sometimes just take away from your ability to get really, really strong. Stop thinking about how many sets you need to do and think more about your ability to just push your numbers up in the gym. So yeah, like the most common question I get asked when I put a Q&A on Instagram is, how many sets should I do per chest? Stop asking those questions. Think more about how do I learn to train hard with good form and just get really strong, that's it.
Come on. Let's go, let's go.
Good, come on. Yes, let's go. All the way in. Come on. Come on. It's yours. So we're finishing off on calves and abs. So I do calves at the end. A lot of the time I see people now talking about doing calves at the start of their leg workouts, which makes sense because ultimately when you do it at the end, people can put a little bit less energy into it. You know, it's at the end of your workout, you're trying to rush out. But what I find is whenever I do calves at the start, it just makes my calves so pumped. But I can get a really big calf pump, like a massive pump, and it just means that when I go into my squats, my ankle mobility is terrible, and it really does take away from my squat patterns. So for some people, yes, it's good, but I guess you've got to look at it like that sort of like individual basis. And if you specifically are struggling in a squat and your heels are coming off loads, maybe try doing calves at the end. It's a similar point with why I do adductors at the end. I just feel a lot stronger in a squat pattern when I do that stuff at the end. So it's not always a case of like what's trendy is best for you. It's a case of figuring out what's best for the person. Oh. So that's a wrap for this leg session. Pretty decent session. I managed to retain hack just. Leg press dropped off a little bit, but if I'm honest, what I'm finding when you go through diets like this, it's kind of trial and error. You'll learn things about your body. So for example, I changed the row that I was doing to a very strict Pendlay row to reduce lower back loading. And I actually think that's made, when I do deadlifts now, reduce my tolerance to hinging, and my lower back's I've gone into this session with a pretty sore lower back, which is basically just minimised my ability to perform as well. It's kind of the cost that you pay when you push something else. So I'm pushing deadlifts more, and I've got a higher frequency there, and it's needed on my physique. I don't really need that much more legs, so it's not too much of an issue. But I'll find as I go through this diet, I might learn more things about what I need to do. Maybe I need to, I don't know, put the row back in and just increase lower back loading frequency a bit more so I can adapt to that stimulus a bit more. But honestly, you'll find when you go through diets like these, faster diet phases compared to preps, they're different. You'll learn from them, and then you'll see what you can tolerate. And that's what it's about. It's not, like I said earlier in the video, it's not about looking at a quantifiable amount of sets and going, this is how many I do. It's just simply trial and error and just modifying small changes as you go. So yeah, the goal for the rest of this diet is just to get in and out and retain performance as much as I can do. If I can get to, I don't know, 86 kilos and I'm still hack squatting 5 comfortably, that's nowhere near what I was doing when I was back down at that body weight. You've got to maintain that perspective. Stop thinking about where your peak strength was and think about where your strength was when you were last at that body weight, so when you were lighter, and then you'll look back and think, wow, actually, I've made a lot of progress. So that's what it's about. So yeah, pretty happy with that session. cheers for watching, guys. We're gonna keep the content coming. Let me know if you have any like feedback on terms of videos to do in the future. But yeah, we'll keep the content coming, like and subscribe, all that stuff. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Sweet.